Metacognition is a term popularized in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Its simplest definition is thinking about thinking. But more specifically, metacognition can be divided into two distinct forms: self-awareness and self-regulation. Both of these terms are influenced by the use of strategies. But important to note here is that metacognition is more than just strategies. We'll come back to that later. Metacognition is a common practice among most people. If, for example, you're reading an article and realize halfway through that you haven't understood what it's saying, you're showing self-awareness. When you go back and scan for key details to better understand, you're self-regulating. Most adults practice metacognition all the time, but its development is not necessarily just a part of growing up. Children as young as 5 can develop metacognitive awareness, and many adults aren't particularly good at being self-aware. Metacognition is best cultivated intentionally through direct instruction, reflective practices, and social experiences. There's a great deal of evidence showing that metacognitive strategies are correlated to better performance on a wide variety of academic and intellectual tasks. Early research established metacognition as a core tenet of reading instruction. Strategies like predicting, clarifying, asking questions, summarizing, inferring, and reflecting came out of research on metacognition. It's rare to find a modern reading curriculum that doesn't incorporate these types of strategies, and for good reason. They've been proven repeatedly to improve reading comprehension. However, more of a good thing is not always better. Critics have observed that the proliferation of comprehension strategies has come at a cost to rich engagement with content. We are so busy learning how to learn, we've overlooked the learning itself. There are indeed plenty of examples of metacognitive strategy use gone wrong. Prescriptive and predetermined strategy use undermine the original intent of strategy instruction, to be used in opportunistic ways determined by the demands of the text and the goals of the reader. It's not just about the use of strategies, but knowing how and when to use them in the process of reading. When it comes time to plan for metacognitive instruction, be sure to include sufficiently complex and relevant texts to support learning and engagement, to think of strategies as a repertoire of tools that can be used in opportunistic ways authentically by the students themselves, and to teach strategies always in the service of advancing knowledge, not just for strategy's sake. For examples of excellent metacognitive instruction in action, check out these articles.